Spence here. I'm just gonna do a quick get ready with me tutorial thingamabobber. So I was inspired by these two eyeshadows. It's the Milani Bella Navy and Raving Beauty Cosmetics in Voyage. You know, got my music on, headphones in, I'm ready to start. So of course I'm starting with my eyebrows. Anastasia Beverly Hills all the way. This is the Brow Wiz in dark brown. And I also like to finish off the tails with a little bit of the dip brow and the dark brown as well. I just find that it makes the tails a little bit sharper, but for the fronts, I like that faded brow, Instagram brow, whatever you want to call it. My kind of brow. I just use the Brow Wiz because it's not as bold as the dip brow. And that's why I really, really like it. So here I just like to carve out the bottom of my eyebrows with a little bit of concealer that's just a tad bit lighter than me, just to add some definition to the brows, especially because my brow hairs grow so fast. So I just like to cover up anything. Ooh, bringing you into my eyes. I just like to cover up anything that I might not have tweezed in a little bit of time. So I just prepped the eye with some NYX HD eyeshadow base, which I love, absolutely love, makes everything stay on so long. And I'm adding a light brown transition color. This isn't a warm brown, it's cool brown. I'm going for a cooler tone look today, which is not something I normally do. And now I'm adding the Milani Bella Navy, mostly to the outer corner and into the crease, and I'm just gonna blend that out. Doing that on both eyes, and then I'm going in and filling in my lid with the Bella Navy as well. Not too much product on there, I just like to cover the lid. And then I'm taking a different brush, a clean brush, and I'm just buffing it out so it's not such a dramatic cutoff from the crease to the transition area. Now I'm taking from my Morphe Brushes 35N palette. It's the only gray in the palette. And it's kind of on the, I want to say, right hand side, and it's a light gray, and I'm just putting it in the inner corners, and I'm using that to continue to blend out that dark Bella Navy color. So this is where my favorite color comes in. This is the Raving Beauty Cosmetics eyeshadow in Voyage, and I love this color. It's very shimmery, very pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. I literally took some out of the tub and just put it on the back of my hand and dabbed my brush in just a little at a time. And then I'm taking the fluffier brush and I'm just blending it into the Bella Navy and the gray from the Morphe brushes. Now I'm just taking a little bit more of my transition color, that cool tone brown, and just continuing to blend out everything into the crease and above. And then I'm also taking a little bit of a cool pink and putting it under the brow bone. It's kind of a cool pink in the pan, but on me it just looks a little beige. So I'm going back and darkening the crease, just a little bit of Bella Navy. And now I'm taking some dollar false lashes that I got from shopmissa.com, and I'm just popping them on. That eye for me is always the easiest, and this eye is just a little bit difficult, but whatever, we just gotta roll with it. And I did my liner off camera. I did a heavy wing, and one eye always looks better than the other, but hey, that's life, so we're just gonna rock with it today. Now I'm doing my under eye concealer. I'm just brightening up my under eye area before I do the bottom of my lash line. And I just put on some NYX concealer in a shade that's a little bit lighter than me, and then I'm setting it with some Ben Nye powder in Olive Sand from the Mojave Luxury Powder Collection. This really helps it to stay on like all day, and your pores are gone. And now I'm going to contour, after I rub my nose, with a Bobbi Brown foundation stick that's a shade darker than my skin tone. And for the nose, since the stick is so big, I'm just taking on a smaller foundation brush. This is like an e.l.f. dollar brush, and doing it on my nose so I can make my nose appear a little bit thinner. And then I almost forgot to finish out my lash line. So I'm going back in with that Bella Navy and smoking out my lash line. And then on the inner corners, I'm gonna put a little of that baby blue shimmer from Raving Beauty into the inner corner lower lash line. Now going in with my Real Techniques contour brush, I'm just buffing in all of the Bobbi Brown foundation that I put on in the areas where I contour my face. Looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the blending. This foundation is a little bit harder to blend, so I just let it sit on my face for a little while. As you saw, I'd finished up my lash line before I blended it just to warm it up a little bit. But I do like it. I do like the color. It's not as warm as some other dark browns that I found on my skin tone. So I just kind of go with it, make it work for me. And I'm setting that with some more midnight powder. This time it's called Dark Cocoa. It's still from the Mojave collection, but it's a little bit darker than my skin tone. And that will set that contour, especially since it's a cream. And then for my nose, I'm also going in with a smaller fluffy brush than the Real Techniques contour brush. Everything for your nose, you gotta make it smaller, do it to scale. So I'm also highlighting the bridge of my nose and just a little up into my forehead. My forehead's already pretty big, so I don't like to go all the way up with that highlight, but I do like to accentuate it a little bit. Now I'm also highlighting the other high points of my face. I'm doing my Cupid's bow and a little bit of my chin. Now moving on to blush, we're gonna finish off the face. The eyes are done, contouring is done, face is almost done. So now we're just adding a little bit of shimmer. And since the eyes were so heavy, I didn't want to add too much color, so I'm just adding a little bit of shimmer on the apples of my cheeks and up into my cheekbones. And that was a blush quad from City Color Cosmetics. Now on the lips, again, because the eyes are so bold, I'm just doing a dark brown matte lip. This is Salem from Lime Crime. Absolutely love this. Pop that all over my lips. And the last things I do are add a little bit of mascara to my bottom lash because my eyes tend to water. And then finish off my brows with some Gimme brows. So we're starting and ending with brows. Pop my hair up in a bun so I can get ready for the rest of the night. Woohoo, I'm done. Thanks so much for watching.